School, My Pride. We wholeheartedly welcome you all to the new launch episode of My School, My Pride. In this series, we are aiming to showcase the young talents and outstanding students who have brought pride and prominence to their schools with the expert guidance from their teachers. So today, we are having our director, Sri Maheshwara Chaitanya, with us. Let's hear from his side.
Namaste. I'm really glad to introduce the very new event for the school children, their mentors. We have been thinking a lot. Amrita has been thinking about this a lot on how can we bring in the best achievers, the young achievers, those students and their mentors who have done something extraordinary. They are the best of the best. And we wanted to have a platform for them so that they become the young inspiration for others. It could be from the same school, it could be from the different schools, but we wanted them to be the torch bearers to instill confidence. So such an event, we named it as My School, My Pride. And we are starting it today with the support from SSVM schools, Coimbatore. We have been getting awesome support from this school, and we wanted to start the very first event on this platform with this team, with SSVM. See, why we wanted to have this, the reason is, there's a huge talent, there's a huge potential among our youth, especially from the schools, in the schools. So what we wanted to have is create a platform and invite the students from one school, their mentors, and we want them to talk. We want them to share their experience, and we want them to inspire the other students, so that there are large number of students trying to achieve something in life. And how does it help in life? Something you achieve at the younger age that will give you huge amount of confidence. And mind you, confidence is the only thing that will help you to climb the ladder in your career. Confidence is very much essential so that you are out of fear. So let us welcome SSPM School today for this event, and let me congratulate all the young achievers that will come to this platform, starting with SSPM School. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing this valuable insight with us. Today's star of the day, Flight Cadet Shriya Sajji from SSVM, along with her mentor, Mr. Chandra Babu, who is a physical education teacher and NCC master at SSVM Mettupalayam. SSVM is one of the best renowned residential schools, which has spread across 7 campuses in Tamil Nadu. SSVM offers a best teaching methodology and study progression, and also mold their students into a better citizens. So let's have a look at SSVM.
SSVM, dreaming big, molding minds, shaping lives. SSVM, looking up, growing strong, soaring high. Together we will stand. SSVM. SSVM, the world is our classroom. SSVM, let the banner be unfurled, changing our lives in every way. As we grow, as we learn, SSVM World School. SSVM World School.
The founder of this SSVM is Dr. Manimegalai. She has set a new benchmark in education system, and she is also an inspiration to the women educators. So today's star, Shreya, who has joined the NCC from her 8th standard, and she was awarded with the Best Cadet Award in the year 2020. She also received award from our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi. I welcome both of you to today's episode. Shreya is such a determined and confident student who are really focused on her dreams. So, Shreya, my first question is, from where you get the inspiration to join NCC?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Flight Cadet Shreya Sajeev. I'm studying in SSVM like since 12 years, and my inspiration was my senior, Flight Cadet Madhunisha JY, who won the All India Best Cadet Gold in the year 2018. She was my first inspiration. We had an inauguration for her in our school, and that's when I set my mind to join NCC and achieve goals.
Okay, as you said that you don't have any intention before, right? So
Yes.
after joining the intention, what advantages you got from being the part of NCC Airwing?
The first best advantage that I got after joining is I got to see a lot of changes in the way I walk itself. It inculcated a lot of pride in me because NCC was not a child's play. It was a very it needs a determined hard work and a lot of efforts. I think that's the first best advantage. It gave me a lot of confidence to face any obstacle or hindrance. Second, it gave me experience and it gave me a thrill to challenge and face all the other hardships that I had to face apart from NCC life. So I think these two are the main advantages that I got from joining NCC.
Okay, thank you, Shreya. So my next question is to you, Chandra sir. How did you motivate your students in their achievements?
Ma'am, actually, we have to find out the talent before they joining NCC. And subject-wise, teachers will take care of all the 5 subjects. But to the NCC, we have to teach them each and everything about the parade and rifle shooting, aero modeling and culturals, everything. So that way, we'll find out who is the best student, and we have given the training towards the RTC. And that way, we found the Shriyas, and along with the Shriya, we have 4 more cadets who gone to the selection. And finally, we are able to achieve this gold medal from the Honorable Prime Ministers. It's like the training of 6 months in the schools, then 6 months they have to spend along with the army officers. Finally, she able to achieve that. It's not one day work, man.
Okay. So Shreya, as a part of this competition, which was the first camp that you attended?
Combined annual training camp was the first camp that I attended in RVS College, Coimbatore, and this camp gives a lot of experience. This was the first camp, and we as cadets can take place in all kind of activities that involves best cadet, culturals, drill, etc. So it's not just you representing just any one of the field. It's like you get an overall experience of what your further camps are going to.
So what all are the preparations for your district level camp, and what all are the achievements from this camp?
So I had first 5 camps as the district level camp, and I represented Coimbatore district, and I went to Chennai. So Chennai had 2 teams, Madras A, Madras B, and there was also Pondicherry, Madurai, Trichy, etc. So among all of them, we had to compete. So I was represented as a best cadet, and along with me, I had a JD also from my school. So we had to compete with other JDs and JWs who comes from different districts. And I won the Best Cadet Gold in district level representing Coimbatore. And it is also a privileged moment to record that Coimbatore group won the first place among all the other districts.
So what were the best cadet events, and on what basis did they select you for representing Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, and Andaman and Nicobar directory?
Best cadet events included firing. Firing was the most predominant thing, and second was group. We had group discussion, extempo, all speaking skill activities. We also had drill, um, like individual drill. We had to give command by ourselves and do drill, and these three were the most important events that involved in best cadet. Apart from that, we also had the written test. In written test, we had to get just one written test, and we have to get qualified for that. If we get qualified for that, we had to attend the interview by group commander or whoever is the higher dignitary there. And these were the five important events that included best cadet. And I was selected for representing Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, and Andaman Nicobar Directorate by getting selected for all these events among my category, JD and JW.
So how long you prepared for these things?
It was a preparation for about 150 days, and the last camp was in Delhi, which was a 30 days camp. Excluding that, it was a preparation of 150 days, starting from CATC till the final camp. Yeah.
So there were a lot of students from different states,
Uh,
different
that
directorate.
That was in Delhi, ma'am. The students were from different directorates. From the cadets were from different directorates from Delhi. In Delhi, that is, there were 17 directorates, and all 17 directorate cadets were representing their own states in best cadet events.
Okay, so my next question is to Chandrababu sir. So to
Yes,
what extent did you help students in achieving this honor?
and actually I was a cadet, so that way I know how we have to be trained the cadet for the higher achievements in their NCC. Because normally the NCC cadets can get the certificate and leave this NCC without going for any achievements camps also. So, but our motivation always will be there to them. The way you have to take practice in the drill and the firing as well as for the written test and all those things. And will be the extreme training will be given with the management support and from the school's teacher support, because without the teacher support, the cadet cannot go for continuously camp. So when she come back from the camp, the teachers will help them the different extra caring will be given to their cadets for learning about the subject as well as, and then they have to come back to the subject also after they completing exams. So that way, we all have united in the schools like managements, the principals and teachers, subject teachers as well as finally we are the coaches. So we all have united for these achievements.
Okay. So Shreya, what are the different events that you passed through these nominated, and please brief us about that practice for the RDC camp.
RDC camp was for about 4 months in short. We had, that is after Chennai camp, that is after IGC. We had four camps after that to get selected for RDC. So in all those four camps, we had all these events like rifle, group discussion, extempo, drill, and also written examination. So by qualifying in all these five events, we will be able to represent that particular directorate. Our competitions and practices were very tiring and hectic, especially after IGC camps, because it was not just me who was because it was just me who was competing there, because I was the only cadet in my category, the JD and JW, and I had to give my best in order to bring my directorate to the top level. So according to that, the practice also was tiring. The I have a lot of dignitaries that helped me, who helped me achieve this goal, especially Colonel Dinesh Nair sir. He was there. He was the main. He was a huge support for me in all the post IGC camps. He gave a lot of intense firing practices. We didn't even have like firing practices in one of the camps that we attended. By compensating that, he gave us like double the amount of practice in our next camp and made us confident that we could face any achievement and aim high.
So you achieved this through your hard work. From your words itself, I can understand. So from your school side, that means from your NCC master, what all help you get?
Sir was like the backbone for me for my achievement. He gave me most of the training, like he gave me firing training, and he also gave me group discussion training with all the other cadets. It was also fun as well as it was also tiring because Sir was strict as he has to be, and he also gave a lot of drill practices. We also got a lot of ragadas based on that, and apart from all the practices that he gave, he talked a lot. He helped me take the mental block away and achieve any goal after that.
Okay. So for attending this competition, when and where did you go to in Delhi for RDC camp?
We went to the Delhi NCC headquarters, that is the Karyappa ground. We had all our activities from day 1 to day 30. We had all our activities in that ground. And apart from the Delhi cold that we had, we also had tiring practices. There was a huge ground there, and every day by 3 p.m., 3 a.m., we used to go for drill practices, and we did not have firing practices in Delhi. We only had one firing practice in Delhi that was prior to our firing competition final ones. And apart from that, everything took place in Karyappa ground. We also had our barracks there.
Okay, so as you said, the climate is really hard for you. So how you struggled and how you overcome that?
As we had daily 3 a.m. practice, we actually then practicing for the cold. It was really cold, and apart from the cold, you'll have to shout and practice for your individual drill. Where in that cold, you'll never know how your voice is coming out. Even if you shout hard, your voice will never come out. And but actually, your voice will be heard by the others. But we ourselves cannot know the intensity of the voice. So we had to cross all those hardships and then come out. But as I already said, our dignitaries helped a lot. Plus, we also had our seniors who helped us watch our drill and we watching their drill. So we had a co-practice. It was all taking place like simultaneously.
Okay. So how long how long was your competition for your best cadet event in Delhi? Could you please explain your experience?
My best care practices in Delhi and competitions were for 15 days. The rest 15 days was completely fun filled. So the starting 15 days was a bit spooky. It was actually the most best experience I've ever had because I also had half amount of fear and half amount of confidence in my mind, because that was the first time I was meeting all the cadets of every directorates, and everyone had potential, and I had to cross their potential in order to stand unique there. So our first 15 days competition was it was really hard, and it was like a new day. It was the start of a new day. Every day was new. It was never a continuation of the old day. All the competitions were new, and we had a group discussion, interview with DG finally. First, we had a firing, and then we had our individual drill, and then we had our interview with DG. Before that, we also had group discussions with all the cadets. And I also remember the topic of the group discussion was mobile phones was a boon or a bane. And I'm pretty sure that I've taken a lot of practices for that because that was a very common topic. And apart from that, we also had our individual drill. As I said, I was even not able to remember how much I shouted in order to get the intensity of my voice because it was totally nil. The voice wasn't even heard at all. And we also finally had the DG interview where DG asked a lot of questions. DG was chill actually when he was asking questions, but I had a lot of fear when I had to attend because that was a final interview, and I was competing with three other boys of Punjab, Haryana, and Gujarat directorates. These three, not Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh directorate, and these three boys. Apart from these three boys, I was the only girl, and that made me even more, gave me even more fear. And finally, when I was able to attend the DG interview, as DG spoke like a normal person, he was all chill. I was chill. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So, as you participated in 10 camps and you are selected as best cadet among the 17 directors. So, how do you rate your performance in the competition and have you thought of getting All India Best Cadet Award from Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji?
Frankly speaking, no, because in the Delhi, in as I already told in Delhi camp, people were of high potential. In the CATC camp, I lost. I did not get the best cadet gold. That pushed me in IGC camps. That is where in IGC camps I won the all India. I mean, I won the best cadet gold in district level. That gave me even more confident in order to face the Republic Day camp in Delhi. So in Republic Day camp, we had to face with all the 17 directorates, but in district level, we had to just face with six other directorates. So I mean, six other districts, which was more easier than Delhi. So obviously, Delhi camps, as it is dealing with 17 other states, it was difficult for me to reach up to their potential. But I'm sure that I gave my best in most of the activities, especially when on 13th of January, I had to give the demo for flag area. That boosted up my confidence because among all the other directorates, my flag area brief was given as a demo among all of them. That gave me the boost for my next day's competition, which was for firing. Though both are unrelated to each other, it still gave me a boost up in all the activities that I did in Delhi. So yeah, so it was really hard for the activities that I faced in Delhi than all the district level competitions. But because of the training that was given to me in the final camp, I was able to really hit Delhi's competition.
Okay, okay, Shreya. So, when did the Prime Minister give away the baton along with the medal to the cadets?
It was given on 28th of January, ma'am. Like before that, on 25th of January, we had the Rajpath parade. So the Rajpath drill was taking place, and on 28th, that is after 3 more days, we were given all the batons were given away. Plus, there was a huge cultural performance going on there. Yeah, and a lot of and we also had the Prime Minister's speech going on there. We had a lot of events like that, and giving away the batons was prior to Prime Minister's speech, and after the batons were given away to us, we had the Prime Minister's speech, and it was all done.
So, how did you feel when you had received the award from our Prime Minister and you met him, right? So, what was your feeling at that time?
It was definitely a goosebump moment because I never thought that I would ever achieve up to this extent. Um, Apart from all the training and apart from all the competitions that I've gone through, this was like a dream fulfilling moment because this was definitely the best achievement that I've got. And finally, after Modi gave me the shake hands, I was shivering. For one moment, there was no thought coming in my mind other than like having that shake hand. And when he gave the baton, I was like, this is the thing. And I was like, I was feeling very happy and proud. I was feeling that all the sweat, all this practice, all every competition, all the tiring tasks have paved my way to such a beautiful achievement. So this was my feeling when I got the baton from the prime minister.
So, from your words itself, I can understand that you were on the cloud nine at that moment.
Yeah.
So, so my next question is to you, Chandrababu sir. What kind of
Yes,
help you provide to Shriya in this competition throughout?
I'm actually before SC is going to the district level competition. So we'll be taking practice in the school. Like every day morning, we'll have a drill. After that, he has to go for the firing practice. And apart from that, since he is the Air Wing cadet, he has to aware of the Air Force syllabus and aero modeling also. And aero modeling and the Air Force syllabus, it's trained a lot. And the training which I have taken as a cadet, so I am able to give it to her before she entered in the district level competition as a special syllabus for the Air Wing students. And for the written exam, general knowledge questions where she will prepare from the newspaper every day and we'll make sure that whether she is doing it or not every day. And apart from that, every day we'll have a written test. Then she has to go for the dance classes in the school where the classical teachers will help her because she already has completed her classical dances in the 8th grade itself. And singing also, she has gone to the private classes as well as she continue all the functions. She will be part of that singing event in the prayer song and everything. So that way, even the practice section, all the teachers have included and including me, like firing practice drill and aero modeling and special syllabus. It was gone through for the 6 months continuously, ma'am, except the Sundays. Even Sunday near the camp, even Sunday we had the practice. So the parents have believed and the management has given the support to do this. So we are able to achieve this much. I think so, ma'am.
So Shreya, thank you, sir. So Shreya, the same question is asking to you. Actually, how did your school support in achieving this?
Uh, Actually, the my school was my everything, because if there was no NCC in my school, I wouldn't have known that a student can achieve this much. And that was the first thing I would thank my school for, for providing opportunities for building up NCC. Second thing was, we had firing indoor firing rifle systems, so we could take firing practices every day, because firing was the main event in Best Cadet, and I think I've got enough practices for firing in my school itself. Third was my drill practices. We have ground in our school, and we also have a pathway in our school where every day morning by 6 a.m. we would have our drill practices. And we also had our arrow modeling syllabus. That is, we had to all the parts of airplane that was given in blue book was taught as it was taught practically in our aero modeling ground, which gave me vast idea about aero modeling syllabus, which helped me in my written examination. And apart from that, the school motivated me. It did not discourage me as I was losing classes for more than 6 months. It gave me confidence. It boosted me, and especially my principals. Literally, they told me not to come without the award. So that was, I think, the best motivation that the school could provide in any time of life.
So, how your parents support for you in this competition?
After the school, after the school has given the opportunity of NCC, it's obviously a permission taking task now to the parents. So if the parents, only if the parents nod their heads, I am allowed to go anywhere. So it was all because of the trust, and it was also because of the confidence that they had in me in order for me to achieve this. If they have not supported me, I don't think so I could have ever come up until this level. Especially my dad, he was in scouts and guides when he was in his younger age, but he also knew about NCC, but he only knew about the fun part of NCC. He did not know about the serious parts and achievements that can take place in NCC. And when I spoke about NCC, he was completely reluctant at initial stage. Also, my mom, and finally, because they had to sign papers where it had written that we are not responsible for your child's health or whatever, because obviously the camps are taking place in outside our school, and they'll be responsible for our health and conditions. So that was the first thought in my parents' mind, but eventually they started agreeing after I, prominently got selected for all the camps one by one. So because of my when I showed something, they were also okay with it, and finally they agreed. And I have to say this, that my parents came to all the camps from the start, from CATC to the Delhi camp. They came to every camp to visit me, to look after my health and to check on me, which is which really makes them the best parents in the world.
Yeah. So, Shreya, there were so many people who have supported you throughout the competition, right? So, how would you comment on the training given by the armed officers for your achievement?
So from the CATC, for CATC camp, I got training from my sir, Chandrababu sir, and from after CATC, we had our IGC camps. For IGC camps, we had Rajesh Nair sir. Rajesh Nair sir was the main reason why I got selected for the post IGC camps, because he not just gave practices for my daily competitions for best cadet, but he also talk to me about how to face the hindrances that is going to be coming for the post IGC camps. After IGC camps, I had Dinesh Nair sir. He was a colonel, and I think he was the best possible trainer, because there all the armed officers were looked very strict, and nobody looked very pleasing. Everybody was scary actually, because it was a very it was not an easy task. So people also gave that look, and it made us more scary. But Dinesh Nair sir was the first one who he I attended his interview there in before after post IGC. So there, when he asked so many questions, I wasn't able to answer, and I don't know how he made me select in this, but finally, because of God's grace, sir selected me. And after that was when sir gave me a lot of firing practices. He gave me a lot of individual drill competition practices, and he always says just one word. He says fake it till you make it, which means if you cannot do it, if you are not there up to that mark, you can actually fake it. When you fake it, and when you're not you, when you're somebody else in that higher position, you will eventually end up being that. Because when you breathe that, you become that. So that is what he meant. He always went fake it till you make it. And I think I even use that line now in my life, because that was not just a lesson for NCC, it was also a lesson for a lifetime.
So, who is your role model?
My role model is, uh, I think I would say, my mother. My role model is my mother, because I gave it a thought, because I have another role model. I don't remember his name now. He was someone who was captured by the Pakistan forces, and he did not tell a word about what happened in India. I think that is the valor and courage that he shows towards the nation. And after him, I think it is my mother. My mother is my role model, because uh, she's not a great woman. She's a homemaker. I wouldn't say she's a role model just because she is because of a post. Actually, homemaker is the best post. She manages everything at home. After because without her, a home would not be a home, because she brings life to our home. And I think that's what I learned from my mom. Multitasking is what a woman really needs, and being independent is also one of the most important feature of a woman. So I think my mom is the best role model, because apart from being a mother, she's also my best friend. So I think she is my role model.
Okay, Shreya. So, my next question is to you, Chandra Babu sir.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
what all extracurricular activities you are providing to your students?
Ma'am, example, I'll start with the NCC because it's my syllabus. And we have NCC Air Wing as well as NCC Army Wing, and we are going to get the Naval Wing also. So that way, all the three forces we are going to have it in our school, where it will motivate them to join in the future towards the armed forces. And apart from that, we have individual coaches for the individual games like volleyball, football, throw ball, and basketball, kabaddi, and the tennis court, and even this badminton. Everything we have different coaches, so where the students can occupy all the places for their achievements. And apart from that, we have swimming pool and horse riding. Especially students, we every day used to go for horse riding, and we have organic gardens also where they take practice from that. And tennis court we have differently than the synthetic court where the students will take practice in that. And so that way we focused all over where the school students have to take practice. Apart from the studies, all the extracurricular activities like aero modeling and robotic. So aero modeling when take practice every day, the students will go for remote control flying. as well as the robotic students, they have built the new designs and the program, all those things. They have to go for national and international competitions also. Then band competitions, and last 5 years before, and our students gone to the international level, where they have achieved the international level first place by having the best band team in the world at that 5 years before the school level. And that way we have enough extracurricular activity for the school students in this age, man.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, Shreya, apart from the competition, what were the other exposures which were given, which were get from this Delhi camp?
As I already said, first 15 days were my competition days, and the rest of the 15 days were we had sightseeing of complete Delhi for one day. That was on 16th of January. We had a chance to visit Qutub Minar, Red Fort, and all the other eye-catching places of Delhi. So that was the first extra exposure that I got from Delhi. Apart from that, we also had opportunities to meet dignitaries in their houses, like how I got an opportunity to meet the naval commander's naval chief's house, Admiral Karamdeep Singh. He was he we visited to his house, and his house was not a house exactly, it was a palace, and you could see everything from there. And you also receive a lot of goodies when you come out of his house. Like, I still have the calendar that is hung in my home, which has Karanveer Singh's for like picture there. And I think these were priceless moments, because nobody else were allowed to his home apart from all the army, naval, and air officers. And I think after them, it is the NCC cadets who get this opportunity. So I got opportunity to visit Naval Chief's house. Apart from that, the other cadets also had the opportunity to visit the president's house, prime minister's house, and chief of army, air force, etc. So yeah, these were the different exposures that we get from Delhi camp apart from our competition.
Okay, so Shreya, how the Tamil Nadu government facilitate after reaching Chennai?
After reaching Chennai, we had Sengotian. He was the educational minister. He was the one who facilitated us after I reached Chennai. So in Chennai, that was our first facilitation after all the Delhi ceremonies. So there, Sengotian sir handed over me a cash prize of rupees 10,000, and we also had to march in front of him, and he also gave us uh, like a medal, a badge that was fit in our uniform, and the cash was it was not a check wise, it was a huge card that I still have in my home, and it had his sign over there. So that is how actually our chief minister was supposed to come. The former chief minister Edapadi Palanichami, he was supposed to come, but then due to some other issues, we had our educational minister, so he was the one who facilitated us in Chennai.
Okay, so Shreya, what are the messages you want to pass to the upcoming generation?
I, as a cadet, I wouldn't talk as a cadet here when I'm passing stuffs, because as a cadet, uh, I would tell every young or youth generation to join NCC, because it's the best exposure that one can receive. Either the uh, cadet is studying in college or is in school, both the ways, it's the best exposure that you can get in such a young age. But if you're not interested to join in NCC, I would say in some way you should be useful as a citizen of India. You should serve the nation, not just by joining the forces, but also you can do social services. You can be a predominant part of a nation only when you um, start doing something. When you have your intention to do something great, then I think it will definitely lead you to the right path to do something for your nation. So I, as a cadet, will talk to talk to all the other cadets out there to always have your chin up, rise up high, and to always face any hindrance and hard work with a lot of confidence, because it's all about our mind. If we have fear in our mind, it means that the fear will not help us tackle the situation. But then if we have confidence in our mind, you could easily, it's like a math problem, you could easily solve and come out of that. So I think confidence is the key to success that I had. And to others, I would say to serve nation, to do social service in any way and be useful as a citizen, and also to be pride to have born in India.
Okay, Shreya. Thank you so much, Shreya and Chandrababu sir, for joining us today. Shreya, you are such an inspiration for the upcoming generation. Your confidence, your words, and everything are powerful, Shreya. Shreya, you have another surprise from our side. That is our ASA Bangalore alumni. Avantika Duraisamy is selected as one of the 4 officers leading the Indian Navy contingent at the Republic Day Parade 2022 in New Delhi. She currently serves as the sub-lieutenant of Indian Navy. So let's have a look at her video.
लेफ्टिनेंट कमांडर आंचल शर्मा के नेतृत्व में लेफ्टिनेंट शुभम शर्मा, सब लेफ्टिनेंट सूर्यकांत और सब लेफ्टिनेंट अवंतिका दुरईस्वामी तथा 96 युवा नौसैनिकों के कर्तव्यनिष्ठ रक्षक यानी नौसेना का मार्चिंग दस्ता सलामी मंच के सामने से।
Hello Shreya, hope you're doing well. The first thing that struck me about you when I saw your picture for the first time was your beret. It was perfectly well ironed, your turnout was impeccable, and you carry off your uniform with a great sense of pride. You look really smart, Shreya, so kudos on that. And hearty congratulations on having the utmost confidence to be able to share your experiences with your peers at a stage of this magnitude. It's not easy at your age and you're doing a great job. All the very best to you, Shreya, in your future endeavors, be it for your further NCC prospects, be it the youth exchange program, or your further career prospects. Whichever organization you lay your eyes upon, I'm sure you're going to be a great asset to them. Just 2 cents from my side, be it the RDC camp or your NCC experiences, these are very unique to you. So I would say, whoever you meet at these places, speak to as many people as you can, because every new person that you speak to, they're going to tell you something, they're going to teach you something that no book can ever tell you. So keep learning, keep sharing, have great times ahead. All the very best.
Thank you, Avantika, for sharing this wonderful message to Shreya. And thank you all for joining us today. We'll come up with another episode with another intellectual. So till then, it's me, Parvati, signing.